When asked about who his favorite drummers are, Stuart Copeland cited drummers like Ginger Baker, Mitch Mitchell, and Nick Mason as some of his drum heroes. However, there was one hero of his who he actually got to meet and one Stuart has a funny story about. That would be Led Zeppelin drummer John Bonham, who Stuart got to meet right before he died. According to Stuart Copeland, John Bonham and his son Jason attended a Police concert and later went up to meet him after the show. At the time, Jason Bonham was a huge fan of the Police and had played his father some of the band's music. A young Jason also joked to his father that Stuart Copeland was a better drummer than him and the band was much cooler than Led Zeppelin. To his surprise, John actually liked the band and told his son that they should go see the band live. It just so happened a few weeks later, the Police were playing a show in their area and John got to meet the band backstage with his son. When John met Copeland, he complimented him on his drumming during the show and had explained how he enjoyed the band's music and how his son had introduced him to their music. Surprisingly though, Stewart might have been so starstruck that he just doesn't remember any of this happening and only recalled this story because when he met Jason Bonham when he was much older, Jason reminded them that they had previously met and retold the story to Stewart, which Stewart later remembered happening. When asked about John Bonham, Stewart said he initially didn't like Led Zeppelin a lot when he was young because he wasn't a fan of Robert Plant's singing. However, as he got older, he gained a lot of appreciation for John Bonham's drumming and at the same time for Keith Moon as well. Stewart said he was a Mitch Mitchell guy, a Ginger Baker guy. He just didn't understand Bonham and Moon until he was much older. When asked about what he thought of meeting John Bonham, Stewart joked that there's so many questions he would have asked him if he knew what he knows today. Like, how did he get that monstrous sound? How come when Bonham hit his bass drum, it sounded like the earth was gonna move, or when he hit his tom-toms, it was earth-shattering? When Jason was asked about the meeting, he said, "I couldn't believe Stewart couldn't remember. He almost didn't believe he met my father, or maybe he was in such shock, he couldn't believe he was meeting him." Jason would also joke about how the encounter between his father and Sting almost led into a fistfight, because when Bonham met Sting, Sting was very cocky in the Police's early days, and his father threatened to punch him. The incident would almost happen after John accidentally stepped on Sting's foot, and Sting apparently was very cocky and looked at John like he was a dinosaur. Sting would say, "Hey man, don't step on my blue suede shoes," and Bonham, without missing a beat, remarked that he would rearrange Sting's face for him. Jason would then reassure that it was all in good fun, but I guess the night John Bonham met the Police was a very interesting night for young Jason Bonham. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.